We want your time at the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you are having an issue at any time that needs to be addressed, please text the word "GRILLS" along with your issue and seek information to 55555. A member of our guest relations will respond and address your concerns immediately. The National Basketball Association and the Memphis Grizzlies are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior such as fighting, blowing out, attempting to enter the court or into a play, or using improper language or gestures. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to detention and possible arrest. Please report any violations to these rules to the nearest usher, security, or guest services staff member. And coming up, it's what? High court, 6'11", number 13, Jack Jackson Jr.
Welcome and good evening. We welcome you to our Monday night broadcast of the NBA here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony. And a quick look now at how the Memphis Grizzlies' schedule is shaping up. On Wednesday, they'll host the Brooklyn Nets. Then on Thursday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And for that matchup with the 76ers, that one, the 7th on the season for them, the team's still looking to improve each time they take the floor.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. The guard set is Giddey and White. Vucevic is out there with Buzelis. And it's Dosunmu in at the 3 slot. And for Memphis, they've got Jackson. Desmond Bane out there with Pippen. And there's Wells. And it's Edey in at the 5. Bane passes to Pippen. It's rebounded by Giddey. Stan, peer through your coach's lens just a second for us. And what are you trying to accomplish early on in the season?
Well, I think, Kevin, there's so much player movement now. You've always got a lot of new guys. So, number one, you want to get everybody oriented into your system and the way that you do things. And then you're trying to figure out who are your best combinations on the floor.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Brandon Clark, he's checked in for Edey. Santi Aldama comes in for Wells. Vince Williams is checked in for Bane. And it's Luke Kennard in for Pippen. And the Bulls will go for a different look here. Collins checked in for Vucevic. The Beast comes in for Buzelis. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Dosunmu. And Trey Jones subbed in for Josh Giddey. And one thing to note, MP has vocalized his desire to be the top rookie in this class. He wants to outdo his peers every time he's on the floor.
And I love that MP is walking into this league with his sights set high. But guess what? He's got his work cut out for him. When you look at the names in this rookie class, now we get to enjoy watching him chase his dreams here in the NBA. Good luck to MP on the journey.
Pass to Jackson. Got a piece of it.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Here's the Beast. Game against Oklahoma City, very impressive.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
And so it's Chicago, closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. Defensively, and welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Bulls.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And, guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. He's out there with Collins. Then it's Trey Jones. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Herter in at the 3, the small forward. And let's go over to David Aldridge, who has something to say about MP. D.A., take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. As you know, there's still a lot of season ahead, but we've got a couple of opposing rookies in this one. When I asked about tonight's matchup against a fellow rookie, MP told me he's made it a goal to prove that he's the best player in this class. He's got a lot of confidence, Kevin.
A ton of confidence, David. That's something you got to have in this NBA. Greg, no one questions the Grizzlies' talent. The challenge has always been availability.
Yeah, whether it's been injuries or suspensions, it's hard to get into a rhythm when you're missing key players. But when they're all on the floor, Kevin, they can beat anyone.
Jackson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Grizzlies have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Edey's checked in for Clark, and Pippen subbed in for Kennard. Chicago also making some changes. Vucevic checked in for Collins, and it's Dosunmu in for Jones. Jackson kicks to Pippen. Jackson setting the pick here for Pippen. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. And now we have a moment to recognize the player of the week in the Eastern Conference, the Beast.
And the nature of big men in the league has evolved, and he's a perfect example of how valuable a guy like this can be on your team. He's had a tremendous stretch in basketball here lately.
Kennard, he's checked in for G.G. Jackson. Here's the Beast, played in with a nice touch off the glass. The Beast's got 13 points.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Here's Pippen. No good that time. Nice defense from Giddey. Pass to the Beast. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Kennard, the pass to Bane. 6 on the shot clock. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Great use of the bounce pass there. You gotta love that.
And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for Chicago. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
Yeah, and for a coach, seeing your schemes clicking like that is very rewarding.
Outside, Bane trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Giddey, no good. Memphis has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Pippen, the pass to Aldama. Banked in off the glass. Aldama's got 4 points this quarter.
Using that almost 7-foot frame, Santi Aldama, the Spaniard.
Jackson, he's checked in for... So it's Chicago, holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Please open your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court session.
Welcome to the half, as we first take a quick glance at the injury report from around the league. You gentlemen have any recommendations for players recovering from an injury?
Well, Ernie, I'm glad you asked. You know, I've got a number.
And going back now to that first half, you could say things are going extremely well for the Chicago Bulls. And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see. Thomas checked in for the Grizzlies. And Chicago also making a switch. The Beast, he's checked in for Booz Ellis. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Here's the Beast. That's good, and so Giddey with the assist. Giddey's got assist number 8 here in this one already. This league, Stan, is so deep with talent. Are there any players who you think get overlooked in the conversation?
That's a great question, Kevin. I mean, there are some guys who I think get underrated because they play with other guys who are so talented and draw the attention. One guy that I have really seen lately that I think has been better than people think is Grayson Allen, the best three-point shooter or one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA and a very underrated defender.
And he's evolving, isn't he? Looks like he's working on other parts of his game, but he's always been able to shoot, which has been his calling card.
And he's a much more athletic guy than people give him credit for.
They've got Pippen. Santi Aldama is out there with Jaren Jackson. Then there's Edey. And it's Bane in at the 2. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Pass to the Beast. It's White on the wing. 1:36 left to play in the third. And the shot goes in. And that's now 25 points for the Beast.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Hey, Greg, Kobe White has proven he can run the show.
Yeah, well, he's more than just a scorer. He's become a quality playmaker with better decision-making. But his biggest improvement has been his efficiency.
Yeah, I like the assertive approach from Jackson Jr., not hesitating for a second off the catch.
Shoots a fader. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. 27 points for the Beast.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Outside, Bane. Jackson from long range. Chicago grabs the miss. Giddey's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
And they need his offense right now, but his shot is just not falling.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Bane, no good.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Driving the lane. They get it back. Here's the Beast. Good on the shot. The Beast's got 14 points now in the second half.
Well, second chance points are all about a lack of effort defensively. Those buckets would drive me nuts.
And so it's Chicago going to the break, holding an enormous 36-point lead. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great pass.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. Trey Jones out there with Terry. And it's the Beast. Then it's Kevin Huerter. And it's Collins in at the center.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
Now Kennard outside Jackson. There's a screen by Aldama. Clock at 6. Chicago grabs the miss.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Scooped up. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
Jones gutting it out in close.
The Grizzlies shooting just 29% in this game. They are not a pretty sight out there offensively. Kennard, the pass to Clark. Herter against Jackson. Here's Clark. Collins grabs the miss. The Bulls have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. So, Stan, I've been wondering about these different approaches. The development system for youth basketball is vastly different in the U.S. than in Europe. Which do you think is best?
Well, I think in terms of developing skills, Kevin, we've seen it. The European players of all sizes have very well-rounded games skill-wise. They do a lot of work on a daily basis developing those skills, whereas in the U.S., our young guys play a lot of games in the AAU system. Skill development not as strong, but they do learn to compete on an everyday basis.
And Aldama slams it in.
Well, it's Santi Aldama night. This is not what we expected coming in.
Jones, the pass to Collins. Here's the beast. Another 3 for Chicago.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
Yeah, but you can't let up now. We've seen too many wild comebacks in this league.
And a wide open look for Payne. The three-pointer, no good. The Bulls have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Basket, good.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Kennard, the pass to Jackson. And the 3 off target.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Collins dishes to Jones. Pass to the beast. Fades back. Again, Chicago.
Yeah, not sure why he faded away there. Sure looked like he had plenty of space.
Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Outside, Payne. The Grizzlies with another miss.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
On the top of the key. Second chance shot. And the layup good by Collins.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Chicago.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important. Here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for the Beast.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Now, here's Kennard. Clark outside. Shot clock at 6. Puts up a 3. Rebound by the Bulls. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Here's the Beast. And that comes off the assist by Jones. The Beasts got 44.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Collins kicks to Jones. Pass to the Beast. Terry outside. Here's the Beast. Defended by Aldama. The Beast can't hit.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something.
Welcome in to the Jalen Murphy Show. I'm your host, Jalen Murphy. I know more about sports than you do.
That's debatable.
Watch your mouth, Russ. We got a great show for you today, starting off with a brand new segment, Trash Talk Do's and Don'ts.
Oh, I'll start. Don't tell people how to trash talk when you were seventh man with a rickety jump shot and the handle of a precocious fourth grader.
Okay. Do keep your mouth shut if you spent most of your career waving towels at the end of the bench.
You know what? You've been selling me short since college, man. How about this? We could have won a championship, but you looked me off to take a double-team 30-footer at the buzzer, buddy.
For the last time, Russell, you weren't open.
I was open.
Guys,
I was open. I was wide open.
Just, if I may, can I just say, wowzers. I'm so looking forward to learning from both of you. And more data is always important, even when it's something as unquantifiable as trash talk.
Shut it, Toby!
Okay.
Let's start the segment. Don't trash talk if you can't back it up. There's nothing worse than writing checks with your mouth that your game can't cash.
That's what I'm saying. Not only does it make you look like a clown, but it demoralizes your teammates.
You'd know all about demoralizing your teammates, wouldn't you, Russ?
Oh, you would like to think so, except that my basketball skills were so superior to yours my entire career that you couldn't even hold a candle to me, Jalen.
Guys, if I may, just to put some perspective on this, there are only 525 athletes in the NBA at any given moment. And FIBA estimates there are 450 million basketball players worldwide.
Wow.
Which means you're in the top 99.9% of players by just being in the NBA alone, which that's a pretty impressive stat, Jalen.
Toby.
Yes?
Enough.
Oh.
You already won the lottery by marrying my sister. There's no need to suck up to Russell like this. It's unseemly.
I'm not sucking up. I want to make sure everyone feels like they have value, and I'm just following the data and seeing where the facts lead. You know what?
Shut it, Toby.
Okay.
Do keep your trash talk about the game. We're all competitors here, but there's no need to bring up family, friends, or physical attributes. In other words, show some class.
Jalen, you literally just brought up my wife.
Yes, Toby, but I did it with class. And besides, this is television, not basketball. Anything goes.
Great win tonight, MP.
I've talked to people with knowledge of the situation, and they say that MP will be inserted into the starting lineup over the next few games. One front office executive from around the league said there is some doubt about MP's readiness to be in the starting lineup, but around the team, the front office, the coaching staff, they are optimistic, and they believe that every milestone has been attained by MP, and he will only be better with an expanded role.
Yo, MP went for 40 tonight, man. Congratulations, my brother. Great game.
It's nice to see you again. Ooh, if you're looking to test yourself, I've got a challenge for you prepared by the pros at the Gatorade Training Facility.
Those kicks, MP.
I got it.
Let's go! Put it back up! That's all right, man. Good look! Hey, that's a good look, man! Hey, good look! Don't worry, keep shooting! Don't worry, keep taking that! We always be ready.
Well, excuse me.
Let's go!
Yes, sir. That's the way I back up my game.
Let's do this. Oh, drop that. I see him. I see him. Hey, let's go. Move around. Yes, sir. That's the way I back up my game. We're here. Oh, we're here.
Now that's what I want to see.
I can keep going.
You're like money in the bank.
That's on you. Keep shooting it. Oh, I'm calling it. Next. Who next? Come on out here. Don't go easy on me.
Keep it going.
Go to sleep. We can call it if you want. I'll be sure you're cooking, baby.
One more.
Your confidence is gone now.
Yo, MP, let's go.
Crowd looks hot tonight. Better come with it.
NBA players want.
About game time.
Hey,
Game
MP.
time.
It's your world. We just live in it.
National Basketball Association and the Chicago Bulls are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior, such as fighting, throwing objects, attempting to enter the court or interrupt play, or using improper language or gestures. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violations to these rules.
Coming right up, the Bulls taking on the Magic. For the Chicago Bulls, they know each game is a test of their physical endurance and mental focus. Another challenge lies ahead. Magic Bulls coming up next. And welcome to 2K and a chance to see the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You look at Atlanta, they've risen to third in the latest Power Rankings, playing well as of late.
When I look at Chicago, they definitely made a statement here in the early going. Outpaced. We all just need to settle down and see how things play out. The season is still very young.
Orlando making some changes. Batase comes in for Banchero, and Black subbed in for Anthony. Here's the Beast. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him
when he's on his game.
Here's Black. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. To the inside, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
A minute 20 left in the first. Wagner for three. Knocks down the triple. Wagner's got 5 points.
Hunting for that shot. Wagner wants to eat.
Chicago trailing here. Clark, we know how great Wagner is offensively. He's a plus defender as well.
You know what? I think he takes great pride in being a versatile, high-level defender. I mean, he focuses on that and gives great effort there. Offense comes relatively easy. He's got a great skill set, good size and mobility. But the defense is where he's really focused on excelling, and he's doing it.
He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency. And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Magic trail by 3. Wagner, the pass to Wagner. Back to Wagner. There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter here. And he drops it in from the low post. Chicago has gone 3 of 4 on threes here in this first quarter. Great open look there. 9 points in the game. 23 seconds left in the first quarter. Wagner in the high post. He's got 7. Second shot opportunity. And it's good on the lay-in.
Textbook play inside. Wagner doing everything right in that case.
Now Jones, picked by Vucevic. Jones drives in, got it.
I like the play call, very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Well, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
We've got Kevin Huerter, Josh Giddey out there with Trey Jones. Then there's Zach Collins, and it's the Beast in at the 4 slot. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. And Carroll left side. Clock at 6. And Carroll from close range.
I mean, 6'10", about 250. Banchero imposing his will inside.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, this young Magic roster has chemistry. Coach Jamal Mosley said they're so tied together. It's just organic. They're happy in creating these relationships over time, and it's because they're all just good kids that like being around each other. Guys, that's what you want.
Yeah, no question. Something to build on, Allie. Thank you. Jones, the pass to the Beast. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. The Beast has got 14 points.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And it's time for an injury report.
Guys, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for Chicago. Unfortunately, it doesn't sound good at all. He's likely going to be out for a while. It's just so unfortunate to experience injuries like this early in the season, just barely out of the gates and already an unexpected setback.
Okay, thanks for the update. Good to get that information. Now we know how things are coming along, Graham.
That's true. It's the uncertainty factor with injuries that can be so hard to handle.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
Here's Banchero. Orlando again missing.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Hey, guys. Well, the Magic were one of last season's most improved teams. And with the addition this summer of Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, they've addressed an area of real need. A player who can space the floor, add to their already stout defense, and has championship pedigree. they're going to continue to rise in this league, guys.
Absolutely. All right, Shams, thanks very much.
Excellent decision maker. Love how decisive Harris is in the pick and roll.
Jones, the pass to the Beast. Fades. And he wills that one in. Sinking it right through the back of the iron. 18 points for him.
The fadeaway with no one on him. Looking for style points to go along with the real ones.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game. For the first half. It's the Bulls up 6. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Taking a look here now at the Magic. Right now, a lot of teams are still figuring things out, shuffling rotations, and players are trying to get...
And let's dig into the first half now. Things looking pretty good for the Bulls.
They've been playing very...
Thanks for tuning in.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball. Making a change here. Black's checked in. Right side Giddey. White, the pass to the Beast. And some very quick points for him on that possession. The Beast has got 20.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
On the court for the Magic, the Wagner brothers on the floor. Franz at the 3, Mo in the middle. Then it's Cole Anthony, then it's Paolo Banchero, and it's Black in at the shooting guard position. Outside White. Shoots a fadeaway. It's hauled in by the Magic.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Anthony finds Banchero. Second chance effort. Can't get the layup.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that layup.
NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Graham. Is the league too offensive at the moment, you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend, and now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
Got him in the air with the pump fake and then took advantage.
You like to see that from Wagner. I mean, as he continues to develop his mid-range game, I think we'll see more and more of that.
The fader. And again, it's Chicago.
I just love the ball movement.
And here's Anthony. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. 15-point game. That'll be just the second road game of 5 in a row. Black passes to Banchero. And a miss there on the triple.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
The Beast, good.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Anthony misses. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 20-7 run. The Beast uses the glass on the layup. The Beast has got 29.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Anthony feeling it out a bit. Here's Banchero. Orlando again missing. And up the court come the Bulls on the break. Here's the Beast. Oh,
and he hits it at the buzzer. Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
What was really impressive there, though, guys, was that...
And 3 quarters of play in the books. This one's all but over already. Bulls out in front, opening up a huge gap. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Josh Giddey out there with Trey Jones. Then there's Zach Collins. Then there's Kevin Huerter. And it's the Beast in at the 4-man position. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Pass to Banchero. Picked by Carter. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That one on Huerter. I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. Houston, he's checked in for Joseph. Here's the Beast. It's rebounded by Batase. Magic trail by 17. Up top, Banchero. Giddey defends. Houston, no good. Chicago has gone 7 of 11 from outside the arc. Nice percentage from distance so far. Here's the Beast. This shot's good on the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got 4 assists in the game.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp, crisp passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
It's Banchero with the drive. Pass to Carter. And out of bounds. It'll be Chicago ball. And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He is not messing around. Calling them into the huddle. Chicago making some changes. Buzelis is checked in for Collins. DeSumo comes in for Huerter. And it's White in for Jones. And a new group getting ready for Orlando. Wagner's checked in for Batase. Franz Wagner comes in for Carter. Caldwell Pope's checked in for Houston. And Anthony subbed in for Black. Anthony, the pass to Banchero. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Banchero the screen. 3-pointer, Anthony. Orlando again missing. Chicago leading by 21. Here's Giddey. And a fast break now for the Bulls. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. The Beast has got 37.
And you know Coach loves seeing his offense operate at this level. Great passing out there.
5 straight baskets resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there. Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 5 since this 4th quarter started. Giddey passes to the Beast. It's rebounded by Wagner. Wagner's got 4 rebounds now. Anthony against Giddey. Anthony with a bucket.
The closer the better for Anthony, as is the case for most guys. He just wants to drop that one in.
Pass to Buzelis. Here's the Beast. And the 3-pointer goes. The Beast has got 40 points.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
A line change here for Orlando. A minute 50 left in the 4th quarter. Pass to Carter. To the middle. Here's Batase. And another miss by Orlando. Chicago leading by 22. Jones, the pass to Collins. Here's the Beast. And Chicago again with a bucket.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Bulls.
You can score without sharing the ball, but it can be a whole lot easier when guys are assisting one another.
Yeah, they were very patient, they were also unselfish, and ultimately, that's why they were so efficient.
And it's a performance that will signify their 5th win of the year.
Always good to start a season series off with a W. They showed tonight they take this team seriously, and the next 2 matchups between these two should be fun.
Yeah, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
And what a huge performance it was for the Beast.
Boy, this game really had his name all over it. I mean, he relished being the guy to carry the load offensively.
Chicago with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run. Pass to Terry. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter of this one. Basket counts. The Beast's got 46.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Here's Black. There's 18 seconds left in the 4th quarter here. Nataze with a screen. Black, no good. Pass to the Beast. With the fadeaway. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Just continuing to pile it on, refusing to let up.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They've got to tighten it up.
So it's the Bulls winning this one easily. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their master.
Way to bring the effort tonight. Yeah, MP. Good job, MP. I see you.
So how you feeling about your recent play?
Not gonna lie, Coach, I feel pretty good.
So do we, which is why we think you're ready to run with the starters.
Coach, you playing with me?
Oh my gosh, that's great. I've been looking forward to this opportunity.
Now remember when I told you this is a big boy league, MP?
Mm-hmm.
When the coaches make a move like this, it puts us in the crosshairs. It puts Cliff in the crosshairs too, because the buck stops with the general manager.
Well, like you said, it's a grown man's league, and if you can't handle that pressure, then you ain't gonna make it that far.
Glad we are understood.
Loud and clear, Coach.
It's time to prove you belong, MP. Good luck.
What's up, everybody? I see MP's made his way into the starting lineup. That's good for him, his team, the fans, everybody.